Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I am so excited to try these on. These are the new Lisa Eldridge Kitten Eye Eyeliner and Mascara. Now, if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know I love Lisa Eldridge products. Almost everything she makes is like a home run for me. And if you're curious, I'll leave my Lisa Eldridge playlist in the description box down below if you want to see my thoughts on other things or look at lipstick swatches. There's like a plethora of videos in that playlist. But when she mentioned she was coming out with these guys, I was like, yes. Now, Lisa's one of those brands that I set an alarm for. I don't want to miss the launch, and I order. Like, I make sure that I'm sitting at my computer and I'm ready to go, and I'm just like, add to cart, purchase. And that's what I did here. So the liner only comes in black and the mascara only comes in black right now. I'm going to start with this eyeliner right now. All I have on is one matte shade from Lisa's Vega palette. This one's the one in French Gray. So I have this one like above and a little bit below because I don't really want to have like a really involved eye. The whole idea behind Lisa's Kitten Eyes, it's kind of pared back. I was hoping this was going to be a brush tip, but she says it's a felt tip and that it's matte black and that it's wears for 24 hours, is budge proof, smudge proof. I was like, okay, I will be the judge of that because this eye here is forever leaking. My left eye is perpetually watering, and some eyeliners can hold up to that and some just cannot withstand my caustic tears. So this is really exciting for me. I tend to do a slightly more pared back wing. I don't want to do anything too massive today, but the other thing that she says is really great is it never deposits too much and just enough, but that it flows perfectly. And I think at that $32 price point, that is one of the things I absolutely need. So I'm not gonna curl my lashes today because she says you get curl and volume from this. I'm just gonna throw this on and then we'll put the mascara on. Boy, this is really very small at the edge here. I don't see it instantly kind of like spidering out. Winged liner is one of those things. I was talking with my oldest and she's like, Mom, I was trying to do a liner this morning and I started and I only had 5 minutes before I had to leave. And now look at my eyeliner. This is at the end of the day and she and I were talking about how either you have to have like the strongest convictions ever and just commit, or you have to skip. And I always feel like winged liner makes such a difference, but it's one of those things that it can be difficult. I'm gonna give myself just a gentle little flick up. I don't want anything too heavy or too involved here. The smallest little kitten eye. Whoop! And I just extended it. Okay. Well, that's interesting. All right. I feel like you do get some really nice precision here with this. And the more you press, the more pigment you get. I don't feel like it's like usually liners straight out of the box can be like really juicy. And this one, it's not dry, but it's also not like crazy juicy. The other thing that's good is not all liners do well when you continue to go over the same place. I'm not having any problems here. I really like that. And because I extended it accidentally, now I'm like committed to a slightly more involved liner. Have you ever done that where you're like, wait, that's not what I meant? And then like, well, there it is, it's black liquid liner. All right, I'm gonna see if I can like really perfect a few bobbles here. I feel like the older I get, the harder it is for me to really see what I'm doing. That's pretty good. Here's the other thing that I like to do, even with a liquid liner. I don't put it in the upper waterline, but I do like to go like, oh. Well, don't do that. Hold please, let me fix this. I think I'm ready to try this again. I normally don't have this problem, but I take the very tip of the liner and I go right at the base of the lashes where the lashes are growing out of my eyelid, like literally in between the lashes, and I just darken up that lid. Those little gaps there are what can sometimes make my lashes look less thick. And I'm not putting it in the waterline. Oh, I keep blinking. For pity's sake, I'll have to clean that up in a minute. But I'm just trying to fill in the gaps right at the edge. And I feel like it does a really good job of making the lash line look a little bit more complete. I feel like I'm at a good place. Now, hold your breath, cross your fingers, send me positive thoughts as I try and make this eye match this one. I'll be right back. That took a little longer than I was expecting it to because the minute I have the camera going and I'm showing you like eyeliner, eyeliner is probably the thing, eyeliner and mascara, the thing that I'm the worst at. I will just admit it. I am not a makeup artist. I'm a makeup enthusiast. I love playing in makeup, but I'm much better with other aspects of my eyes like eyeshadow than I am with liner. Liner and mascara, I'm always on the struggle bus. I'm just gonna tell you that. But I feel like overall, this is, the thing that is remarkable about this is how well it lays down a line. And some of the less expensive liquid liners I've tried, the minute you start going over them, they're so liquid, they kind of, the pigment ends up, I don't know, it doesn't look like it's diluting itself. Does that make sense? Like I'll have a line down, oh, I need a little bit more right here. Like maybe my skin kind of like lumped up together and there's a little skip, because the older I get and the more lined my eyes get, I have to go in those short strokes. I can't just go in one long stroke because inevitably the skin of my eyelids pulls and it kind of overlaps and I'll have skipped a spot. So I have to go back in. And with less expensive liners, as I do that, the fact that part of it is dry and then I'm going in with liquid again, either it starts to just spider out or it doesn't stick to that spot, or the liquid from this dilutes what's already there and then the line starts to look more intense in some areas and less intense in others. And I feel like here, I mean, obviously not a makeup artist, I feel like it's pretty good. It's very black. I feel like, you know, this eye over here is okay, but I feel like overall it looks really good. The one thing that I do like about this is that I didn't have any problems where there was too much pigment at one time and not enough at another. And I really prefer a brush tip liner. This is a felt tip liner. I'm looking at it. Let me just draw a couple of lines here for you. And you can, you know, you can do whatever you want. This is not dry yet. Let me let it dry while we put on the mascara. We'll come back and give a little smudge and see how she does. I will tell you, the minute I got liner outside of where I wanted, I wet a Q-tip with hydrating setting spray. It wasn't like a setting spray, just a hydrating setting spray. And before it was done, when it was still kind of glossy and wet like this, I just kind of, because getting this eye to match this eye, it wasn't the pen's fault, it was, you know, human error. I do not always get them going the same way. So in an effort to try and get them as close as possible, I had to remove and reapply. This one went on really easily. And the second one is always like, okay, cross your fingers with me, hold your breath, here we go. All right, let's put this on. This is what the brush looks like. I'm gonna make sure, the one thing I always do is I take a minute to kind of twirl the brush in here. A lot of people will pump it back and forth, or you're just introducing air, but if you do this, you're scraping the sides, and then as you pull it out, pulling it through that stopper that kind of takes off, cleans the brush off. Now I know for sure, I've got plenty of pigment on this brush. So I'm not gonna curl my lashes, I normally do. I have very straight, downward pointing lashes. This is supposed to give you length, volume, help you curl your lashes and not be too crispity crunchity. And we all know what those mascaras feel like, where if you were to like put your hand here and touch your lashes, it's like you're stabbing yourself with your eyelashes. And I feel like I'm really able to grab and distribute product on the inside corners, kind of, you know, separate my lashes the way I want them to be, really hit the outside. Okay, for not having curled my lashes, excuse me? What is going on here? This is like a little wizardry. It looks like I curled my lashes. Let's do the other side. I'm actually really impressed with the way this eye look turned out. I'm wearing three things. I'm wearing a matte shadow from one of her eyeshadow palettes, her Kitten Flick Liner, and mascara. Boy, okay, here's where I tell you I had to go to the bathroom and I washed my hands, so I washed those original swatches off. These ones look different, but they're dry. Let's see what happens. If you're just going over it, you know, I'm not getting anything here. I'm wondering if I start to like pull with some effort. Oh yeah, you see down here, the minute you start pulling and moving the skin, but are you pulling that hard on your eyes when you're wearing makeup? I'm not. I feel like you might be able to disturb it, but come on, that's a lot of effort. That's a lot of like with force like this, or a bad, ugly cry. I think at that point, makeup is just like game over if you're having an ugly cry or something bad happens. But I feel like, you know, just overall, you can see that I'm kind of pulling and it's not really smudging. That's impressive. Here's what I like about this mascara. I am notoriously bad with these little silicone molded brushes, especially ones that have like a curve to the brush itself. I tend to poke myself, get mascara all over the lid. I tend to get it in my eye. Like, I am bad. I am bad. I am bad. Guess what? Not a single bit of mascara where I did not want it. I did not curl my lashes, and I was able to go through and place this, you know, load up one side, move to the other. This was dry, come back, load up more. This side was dry, come back and load up more. And I kept going in for another dip in between each application, but I would go for like a minute or more, just kind of building and separating. Guess what? When I do that with like my favorite mascara, which is the one from Lancome, the Mr. Big, I need a spoolie or a lash comb. I need to curl my lashes, and then afterwards they feel like little spiky thorns on a rose. And here, these feel so soft. And I did not curl my lashes, and I cannot believe the amount of like lift that I'm getting. Like, what? What? This is impressive. This is impressive. And the fact that I didn't need the lash curler, I didn't need the lash comb. I mean, for straight, short, downward pointing lashes, this is almost like magical. This is almost like a rabbit out of a hat sort of trick. This is good, but I feel like right here, this is the one I'm like, wait, what? Now, I know when you first crack into a mascara, it takes a couple of weeks before it really starts to show all of its true colors. But if this is how it's starting, I am super excited about this. So if you're curious, this is $32. This is $36. Right now, they only come in black. Boy, wouldn't I love to see like a deep burgundy or a brown in this, and then like a dark brown, or like maybe even like a forest green or something. Ooh, you know that shade that she has in her gel liners, the Renaissance Gold? That in this formula. Okay, so I just put it on. I don't know how it wears. It does come off with soap and water because I wash my hands. So keep that in mind. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to leave a wear note in the description box. So go ahead and click the down arrow in the description box, and I'll have a little asterisk there underneath like the, hey, thanks for watching today. And I'll tell you how it wore, because this left eye here is perpetually leaking. And remember, I'm not rubbing. I'm usually like, you can already see like a little bit here. I'm dabbing. And that's how I take care of it. And I'm hoping that any eyeliner that I pick, especially when I'm paying luxury prices, any eye makeup that I put there, you know, if I'm gentle with how I dab those tears away, that it's not gonna completely disintegrate. That's what I'm hoping for. So high hopes for this. This is fantastic, but I'll leave you wear notes in the description box down below. Don't forget, I'm also gonna put my Lisa Eldridge playlist in the description box down below. And if you're curious about my thoughts on any of the other products that I've tried from the line, because I've tried every single makeup item, and Lisa Eldridge, the brand, is still my favorite right now, my favorite makeup brand. So anytime there's a new launch, I'm like, yes, set an alarm. I don't want to miss it. Here's where I want to know, did you get these? Or if you have a different favorite brand, maybe your favorite brand is NARS, or it's ColourPop, or it's Milani, or it's Clé de Peau, whatever it is. When they make a new release, do you drop everything like I do and like, what is it? I have to try it. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.